before earlier today and we had audio problems. Hey, I'm Stephen Sashin, CEO, co-founder of Xero Shoes and Hello Bipeds. Happy to have you here this evening or in the middle of the night if you're in Europe. And this is a live event, so if you have questions or comments, you can throw them in wherever you can type in questions or comments. And if you're not watching this live, you can still throw in your comments and I will, or someone in our office will see them and respond. So this is about the fact that there's a little more than 48 hours left in our winter product launch sale, where you can save 20+% on any of 5 new styles of Xero shoes that I'm about to show you. And if you don't know what Xero shoes are, I'm going to tell you what makes Xero shoes so special. But all the details, you can find all of them right now without having to hear me talk on a Sunday evening. If you go to XeroShoes.com or XeroShoes.eu/winter22 sale. Of course, if you just go to XeroShoes.com or XeroShoes.eu, you'll see a big banner that points you in the right direction so you can go there directly. So again, this 20% off sale ending 11:59:59 on Tuesday, November 29th, 11:59 Eastern time, just to be clear. And I'll tell you more about the savings in a bit, but also if you just go to that page, you'll find out all the details, reviews of all the products. In fact, reviews from people who've been wearing these products for a number of weeks or maybe even a couple of months, including some of the people who got them within the last week since the sale started. And you'll also see where you can register to win one of 10 $100 XeroShoes.com gift certificates or one of 10 €100 XeroShoes.eu gift certificates. By the way, I'm not going to stay on here, really long this evening because I'd like you to go back and have a good end to your holiday weekend before the week begins. So as questions come in, we'll deal with those. And when there's no more questions and I've said everything you needed to hear, then we'll call it an evening. So when you go to the one of those pages, you'll find our sweepstakes app. This is how you register to win one of those gift certificates. It's either on the right of the page or the bottom of the page, depending on the device that you're using. And there's different actions you can take to enter the sweepstakes, and different actions give you a different number of entries. And the more entries you get, the better your chances of winning. Do not wait to see if you won before you buy one of the 5 new products that I'm about to show you, or any of our other products, including some new colors of some bestsellers, because we don't announce the winner of the sweepstakes until after the sale ends. But if you do buy something, then you win. We can apply your winnings to that order, or of course you can get something else for you or someone you love or someone that we want to have love you, get them a present. And what else can I say? Oh, another reason not to wait to the end. We've already sold out of some sizes and colors of some of these products. So I'm recommending in the next 48 hours, do not wait till the very last minute to get your order in if I show you something that you like, because we may sell out of the color and size that you're looking for. So let me jump in. Just a reminder again, this is a live event, so you can throw in questions and comments, etc., below or wherever it is that you can type in questions and comments, and I will see them here, actually right there. Man, I'm having a hell of a hair evening. I just went out to walk the dog and it was super, super windy. And so anyway, that's what's going on here with like that little bit of flyaway. All right. Before I jump in and show you the products, just to prove that this is real, there's someone who just chimed in. Excuse me, do you mean me? I've been buying Xero shoes since the original DIY kit. My feet would be so bad without you all. Thanks for everything you do for the barefoot community. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Look, we think it's that way or the other way, whatever I'm trying to say. It's all about you guys. What we're doing, I mean, we're really happy with what we're doing, but if it weren't for all of you, then none of this would be here. So we're really, really grateful. Jermaine says, how you doing, Xero Shoes? Good. I want to know when will clothing come out? Cool hats or shirts besides the one you're wearing? So, it's a really interesting question. Something that we've talked about quite a bit. And the simple answer is that while making shoes and selling shoes is really hard for a lot of reasons, apparel gets even more tricky, and you have to do it at the right time. I've seen a lot of companies, footwear brands, who try to get into apparel and they do it a little too soon when they're not quite ready for it as a company, and it has caused serious, serious problems. So I don't have a good answer for you yet. It's something that we're looking into. Michael, aren't the Excursion Fusion new? Why aren't they part of the sale? Because they're actually, the Excursion Fusion came out I don't remember if the Fusion came out in the spring or last fall, because I can't store that in from my head, but definitely not something new for this fall. So that's why they're not. Virenjit, everyone is getting Xero shoes for Christmas. I love the way you think. All right, let me show you the 5 new shoes that we have for this sale that's going on now. The first 2 that I want to show you, they both start with the same word, which is Forza, Forza, which in Italian literally means force, but more, casually, colloquially means things like, you have the strength to pull this off. You can do it. And why we call them, give them both the same name, I'll explain in a second, but let me show you. In fact, I'll show you why. So this is the Forza Trainer. Here's the Forza Runner. And we call them they have the same family name, if you will, because they're both made with what's called engineered mesh. So the uppers on these, this is all a single piece. It's all woven at one time, even though you can see there's different patterns. It's all made at one time. And it's a booty-like construction compared to, this is making me crazy, by the way, this little piece of hair right there. Because I can see myself in it. Anyway, unlike shoes that have a tongue that's separate and then two kind of flaps that you can use to tighten around you, these are made with a different construction. It's a one-piece booty or sock-like construction. And each one of these handles things a little bit differently. The other thing they have in common is a crazily comfortable, silky smooth, moisture wicking lining. And that makes these shoes so comfortable, regardless of what we made them for. People are wearing them all day, every day for whatever it is they do, because they're that comfy and lightweight. So let me talk about what they are individually. God, this is making me insane. So the Forza Trainer, if you're familiar with training shoes, the whole idea, weightlifters will say this: strength starts with your feet. Even when you're bench pressing, strength starts with your feet. And what that means really is you want your feet to have a good connection to the ground. And if you're wearing shoes, you want that connection to be solid and stable and secure. And the way we do that with the Forza Trainer is two things. One, this instep strap, which is a common feature for training shoes, but ours is an instep strap that becomes a heel strap that becomes an instep strap. So this really, really locks your whole foot in place in the shoe. The first time I put this on after we made it, I was honestly stunned at how comfortable and secure I felt in this shoe. Then these midfoot straps and the way we've wrapped the sole around the shoe. This isn't thick here. It's actually still only as thick as this black part, really, but it wraps around the sole, or wraps around the shoe, and then these wings here and these midfoot straps. That's what gives you great lateral support too, for things like pickleball or tennis or other things you do that have lateral motion that I can't think of on a Sunday night. Also, I forgot to mention with this engineered mesh upper, unbelievably breathable, really, really weight. You can't see that, but super, super lightweight and breathable. On the Forza Runner, actually, wait, let me show a couple other things on the trainer. New sole. There's a really grippy sole when you're on court surfaces, etc., in the gym, for example, but also just great for walking around. Like all of our shoes, really, really flexible in every direction that you can think of, and lightweight compared to anything comparable. The soles are backed with our 5,000-mile sole warranty, just like all of our shoes. These welded-on components are nice and durable. And that's, kind of the gist of the Forza Trainer. The Forza Runner might look a little familiar because it's kind of like our HFS, our best-selling road running shoe. In fact, it uses the same proven sole that the HFS does, but it's lighter weight than the HFS because A, of the engineered mesh construction, and B, because of the welded components, the way they work on this shoe. Again, it fits like a sock and just feels like you've got a sock on that has a tread that'll take you for whatever you want to do. One thing I will tell you in advance, because it does have this sock-like construction, there's, again, without a separate tongue, this is all in one piece. You can see it right there. So it might be a little snug when you try to get it on your foot the first couple times, but it loosens up and molds to your foot. Same thing with the upper in the what's called the vamp area of the shoe. So that's the Forza Runner. Again, lighter than the HFS, a little heavier than the Speed Force. It's kind of an in-between product there. And those are the two Forza products. Questions coming out. Michael, if they're on sale, they would be my seventh pair. And yeah, well, I don't know what to say about that, but I love that you have that you already have six. Over half of our customers own more than 4 pairs of our shoes, which I can tell you is completely unheard of in the footwear industry. So once again, thank you all, because it is giving us a lot of attention from some people who might be able to help us grow even faster than we are right now. Another thing, Virenjith, are the Forzas more flexible than the HFS? Well, that's a really good question. It's the same sole, so the sole doesn't change anything, and that's where most of the flexibility comes from. The upper, I don't know, and I don't have a pair of HFS here to check that against. They certainly, it's a different feeling is the best thing I can say, because of the engineered mesh and the lightweight breathableness of that. But I don't have a good answer, unfortunately. Peggy says, I have 5. Oh, I have 5. The way I saw that on my screen, because my eyes aren't working well, was that you have 5.2 pairs, and I couldn't figure out what the 0.2. I have 5 2 of them are worn out though. Well, if they're worn out in the sole, remember we have a 5,000-mile sole warranty, so give us a shout and we'll tell you all about how that works, or just go to xeroshoes.com/warranty and you'll find that. All right, on to the next shoe. We took our best-selling Mesa Trail, that's our best-selling trail running shoe, and we've upgraded it. So what we did is we made it more rugged and durable by taking the upper, where it did have sewn-on components here and here, etc., and we made these welded on with recycled plastic materials. So a toe cap, let me scratch that by my microphone, and these protectors for the adjustable midfoot and instep straps. Here, I'll scratch these here too. Here you can see what I'm doing. So that makes the thing much more rugged and durable. The upper is still this really, really breathable upper. The sole still has this great traction pattern on it. And embedded in the sole, hiding in there, is a 3mm layer of what we call trail foam to make it a little more protective when you're on a heavy rocky trail. By the way, all 3 of these shoes are 100% vegan friendly. And for all of our Xero shoes, if you want more protection, you can keep in the included and removable 2mm or 3mm sock liner. If you want a more barefoot feel, you can pop that out and get a more barefoot feel. So this is the upgraded Mesa Trail 2 people are really loving that. So anyway, that's that. All right, next 2 products, other upgrades. So our best-selling everything shoe, because it's the first performance shoe we came up with in 2017, is the Prio. And people have been wearing that for everything: working out of the gym, going for a run, taking a walk, taking a hike, travel because it's lightweight. I mean, everything you can think of. Well, but some people were saying, I'd like this, but I'd like it a little more fashion friendly, if you will, something that looks better with a pair of jeans and a jacket, for example. And so we have the Prio Suede. So suede accents, all of these pieces are suede with a gum rubber sole. So just a different look, just a more upscale look for an athleisure friendly shoe. There's another colorway that's this one. And the annoying thing that I will say about this shoe is right now, this season, it's only available for men. We couldn't get the women's version here in time. So it'll be here in the spring. So huge apologies. There's global supply chain problems still going on, and we're subjected to those like many other people, but they will be coming out in the spring. And if you're a woman with an especially wider foot, then maybe this will work for you as well. So that is the Prio Suede. And similarly, one more men's shoe, and I'm going to say something about this one in a sec, or about the fact that this is a men's shoe in just a sec. Our best-selling cold weather friendly boot for men has been the Denver, and it's done really, really well. But again, people wanted something that was a little more something, look better in the red outfit. So here's the leather version, the Prio Leather, full grain leather in both black and brown. So it's water resistant. You can treat it if you want to make it more water resistant. You can't make it waterproof because that would require having a fully seam sealed tongue and an inner membrane. But like all of our shoes, really lightweight, really flexible, mold to your foot because of the leather. Tim, I'm going to talk about that in just a second because it's a very misunderstood thing. What keeps it really nice and cozy on your foot, and keeps your feet nice and cozy when they're in the shoe, this flannel lining for one, and a heat reflective, come on, I can get it. There we go. Heat reflective insole. So that will keep you nice and comfy and warm. Now, there are a number of women who said, hey, when do we get something like this? Now, there's the Mika for women. But if you want this Denver for women, what I'm going to ask you to do is go to xeroshoes.com/feedback and then submit that as a request. That's how our product team knows what to do next. So go do that. All right. I'm going to just do a reminder here and then answer a couple questions. So once again, everything that I just said, plus much, much more, is at xeroshoes.com or xeroshoes.eu/winter22 sale. If you just go to xeroshoes.com or xeroshoes.eu, then you will see a big link that'll take you there as well. You'll find info on each one of the products. You'll find info about some of our other best sellers where you have some new colors of those products. And you'll see where you can register to win one of 10 $100 or €100 xeroshoes.com for the dollars.eu for the euro gift certificates. You'll find our sweepstakes app, different actions you can take to enter the sweepstakes. The more different actions have different number of entries. The more entries you get, the better your chances of winning. Now there's about 48 hours left in this sale. It ends at just before midnight Eastern time in the US on Tuesday. Do not wait until you see if you won before you buy something, because we don't announce the winners till after the sale ends. But if you do win and you've already bought something, you can apply your winnings to that original order. Or of course, you can get something new for you or someone that you know or love, or someone you would like to have know and love you. And also, if you're just not, regardless, just don't wait to the end, because we have already sold out of some colors and sizes of some of these shoes. So we know we're gonna sell out more, because the last 48 hours is usually as busy as the first like 10 days of the sale combined. So as they used to say in Chicago, vote early and vote often. Okay, a couple of comments in here. Elianis, I'm not sure how to say that. Sorry. Says, how's it going? The answer is really, really well, except for the fact that the sale is like going gangbusters. Perhaps the best product launch sale we've ever had. So we're really, really grateful. It's keeping us very, very busy on a holiday weekend. And then says, oh, then there you are again, saying, I love my Prio Suede in black. Have them for almost 2 weeks now. It's great to hear. I'm coming back to you, Tim. My Gary says, hey, Stephen, do you like to wear your Xeros with or without insoles? It's funny. I go back and forth. When I'm wearing my HFS, the pair that I walk around in don't have any in. The Speed Force, which is what I run and train in, do. And those are the two shoes that I wear the most. Trying to think of so I go back and forth, and sometimes like I'll take them out and I really like that barefooting feeling, and then I'll put them in and I go, oh yeah, that's like a little vacation. So it's a total personal preference. So Pat, go to XeroShoes.com/feedback and please submit that request. And so Peggy, I don't have a good answer for you. What I would recommend you do is email some photos of what's going on to our customer happiness team, support@XeroShoes.com, and they will be able to give you some advice based on what they discover. And Marguerite says, HFS without the insoles are so good. I like them in with the Kelso. Totally get that. Peggy says, what should I try next? Is that what you said? Hold on. Sorry, I can't follow threads, by the way, just so you know, because they kind of scroll off my page and then I go, oh, try next not to wear at the uppers. Yeah, again, I don't have a good answer for you. I need more info. So contact the customer happiness team and see what they say. Elianis, sorry, I don't know how to say what it is. I run with the Naboso insoles barefooted. Oh, that's cool. That's a really fine thing to do. Okay, so back to a comment from Tim. I just want to address this really quickly. And that is, it just says made in China. Now, my question to you is, what do you think that means? And what's the problem, if there is one? Maybe you think that's a good thing, because China has been making 99% of all athletic footwear for almost 50 years, and they know how to do it better than anyone else in the world. If you think something else, I'm happy to hear it. What I can tell you is we would love to manufacture domestically. We don't think, frankly, the quality would be different, because we know a lot of people who make a lot of things in a lot of parts of the world, and making things is really hard no matter where you do it. But what I can tell you is it's literally not possible for us to make our products in the States, in the same way that it is literally not possible for us to have a conversation here using devices that are domestically made. And in fact, there are very few of these devices that are made outside of China right now as well. And the few places outside of China that are manufacturing some stuff are still getting most of their materials from China, which is where most of the materials come from. That's where the supply chain exists. That's changing over time. But industry experts say to get footwear out of China or out of Asia would be 10 to 20 years and cost hundreds of billions of dollars, because everything is over there. That said, we are really proud of the factories that we work with, because you can't judge everything by what you think about a country. Same thing with America. There's lots of factories in America that you would never want to work at or get products from or deal with. And let's not even, there's things that we can talk about there. But suffice it to say, the factories that we work with are very, very high quality, treat their employees and the environment very, very well. I'll tell you, one thing they do that's really interesting that freaks out Americans is you go to one of these factories and it looks kind of dark or a little dingy for two reasons. One is that, sorry, my ears are falling out. I got high frequency hearing loss. I've got hearing aids and it's got a new one it's not fitting in my ear properly. Anyway, things can look a little weird when you go to a factory. My favorite reason is because they don't do what we do, which is have lights everywhere illuminating everything. They have lights where people need lights. And I mean, where there's people, basically. So there's just like little pockets, which saves a whole lot of energy. The other thing is in China, white is not seen as a color that signifies cleanliness. So there's lots of things in sort of putty colors or gray colors because it's just they don't have that same idea about white equals clean. But the factories are really that we work with are really clean. We're in them constantly, and there are billion-dollar footwear brands who use these same factories who've had them go through very expensive audits to make sure they are treating people as well as we can imagine, frankly. I mean, really, really well, and the environment as well. So anyway, I just wanted to address that for the fun of it because it does come up every now and then. In fact, I want to check something really quickly. I'm not sure if this is true or not. Hold that thought. Let's see. It was Tim. You made the same comment on YouTube, and I wasn't sure if that was you, and I was actually just about to respond to you there, but I wanted to do it here since you threw in the same comment. Anyway, that's that part. All right, 7:21 my time. Again, I don't want to. Oh, Jason says just wanted to say hi. Hi back to you. Peggy says thanks. My pleasure. And let me just do this. I'm going to kind of recap what's going on at the sale. And if there's any questions come in while I'm doing that, I'll answer those. But then we'll call it an evening once that's done, so you can get back to your end of holiday weekend, and I will get back to mine as well. So go to XeroShoes.com or XeroShoes.eu/winter22 sale to get directly to the page that A, shows you all these products that I just described, the Forza Trainer, the Forza Runner, the Prio Suede, the Denver Leather, and the upgraded Mesa Trail 2. You'll see reviews from people who've been reading these things, from wearing these things for the last few weeks. And you'll also see where you can enter to win one of 10 $100 or 100 euro XeroShoes.com or .eu respectively gift certificates by using our sweepstakes app. Enter early, enter often. The more entries you get, the better your chance of winning. Do not wait until the end of the sale to either buy something that you want or to see if you won the sweepstakes, because again, we can apply your winnings to your original order if you want to do that. One other comment: all these products are 20% off if you buy just one style. If you buy more than one style, like if you buy both the Forzas, or if you buy a Forza Runner and a Prio Suede, or a Prio Suede and a Mesa Trail 2 and a Denver Leather, if you buy two or more styles, you get an extra 5% off. So 25% off if you buy two or more styles. And again, sale runs through November 29th, aka through just before midnight on Tuesday night Eastern time. And that's the news there. A couple things came in. Virginie, really hope you get to work with some Canadian athletes. Thought we had a couple we were dealing with, but I like the idea of that too. Pat says replying. Pat says just submitted the feedback. Awesome. I appreciate you doing that. And it looks like I hit the end of the comments. So I just want to thank you all again for being here. I've got to tell you, 2022, as it's wrapping up, has been a banner year for us. We've done exceptionally well in a time when a lot of companies aren't. And it's all because of you guys and all the people, all of our Xero Shoes family, our Xero Circle, who do a couple of things that I really appreciate. The biggest one being sharing their experience with people they know, people they love, and strangers who will stop them on the street who say, hey, are those Xero shoes? Or hey, what are those? Or hey, I'm wearing a pair too. And we're seeing more and more of that happening, which has been really very entertaining. And more people just showing up wearing our shoes. Oh, two quick announcements for the fun of it. One, Wired Magazine, which I've been a subscriber to since issue number 1. I've had a dream of being in Wired, and the closest I've come is as of today, or as of yesterday, when I got my issue in the mail, the Denver is featured in their buying guide. So we're really happy to see that. One other thing, be on the lookout. In about a week or so, a little over a week, this book is coming out. This is Born to Run 2. The Ultimate Training Guide. And I will tell you, it is, first of all, it is a beautiful, beautiful book with just instructions on how to be a happy, healthy human being, including being a happy, healthy runner. And why I'm really, really happy about this book is Chris McDougall, who wrote the original Born to Run, and Eric Orton, who's featured in that book, Chris's running coach, and now co-author of Born to Run 2. They have never promoted any shoe in the 13 years since Born to Run came out until now. And I am thrilled to say they're promoting Xero Shoes because they think that we're making the best minimalist footwear. They're committed, and we're committed to what we're doing moving forward. They love where we're going moving forward. And we're even making some custom-made versions, some co-branded versions of two of their favorite shoes that are going to be co-branded with Born to Run and Xero Shoes. And we're going to have copies of this book when it launches on December 6th with an autographed nameplate inside. So you can get a special autographed copy that you can't get on Amazon or anywhere else right now. We're going to be doing a lot of things with Chris and Eric. They're going to be doing some teaching in our newsletter and on our website and on YouTube and on their channel, their channel and their page as well. And we have a lot of really big plans. We're super, super excited. Terribly grateful to be working together with these guys, and they're having a lot of fun with us too. So more news about that coming soon. I just wanted to give you a little teaser. But for now, just remember about 48 hours left to save during our winter product launch sale, where you save 20% on any one of the 5 new styles that we have, or 25% if you buy 2 or more styles. And of course, you can register to win $100 or €100 when you go to the appropriate website. With that said, once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I look forward to hearing what happens when you get into a new pair of any of these shoes. Slip them on your feet and go out and live life feet first.